So here's just some truth about training clients and what is always behind the before and after photos that we're always seeing of clients' results. And that is, how do we go about coaching? What happens behind the scenes? What methods do we use to help people achieve their results? So for me, moving forward, I am going to start sharing client results and how every single client individually, I coach them and why I chose the methods that I chose. Because you can't coach everyone the same way. Yes, the approach is similar, but depending on the person themselves, we need to take different approaches. And this is the difference between coaching and then just giving out information. With myself, there's always a connection between myself and the client. And I generally can work that out from the first day when we chat over the phone or catch up in person for a consultation. I know straight away that this person is for myself and that they're going to commit because they resonate with what I'm telling them. So first things first, I will use these three clients. Well, one of them is my wife. This is Ramona, this is Merv, and this is Stav. So these three lovely ladies, I've coached all three of them. Two of them, obviously, well, all three of them are still on board. And I'm just going to give you a quick rundown on how I went about coaching the three of them individually and why. And then I'll be making future videos about each and one of them to go into more in depth of what we needed to do along the way. So if we start with Merv and I have been working together now for almost a year. And when Merv first came to myself, her background was restrictive dieting and high intensity training. So things like F45 boot camps were her thing. Would never go to the gym to train. That was very, very uncommon for her. But group fitness was big and restrictive dieting. And she'd slim down, lose a ton of weight, and then put it all back on. So seeing her past photos, I knew exactly what her problem was. So when she came to myself, of course, it's always about weight loss. And I pretty much told her from the start, we need to change our approach. For anything sustainable, we need to change our approach. Now, Merv loves life to like its fullest. She loves to travel. She loves music. She loves food. You know, she loves socializing. She's just a out there loving person that just loves life. So you can't take that away from her. But how are we going to help her drop body fat, build a good looking body that she wants, and keep her lifestyle? So the first approach we took was, number one, to get her to understand the messaging that I was trying to deliver to her. And then her own video in the future, I will go into more depth. There's a lot of things in the background that happened for us to get Merv to where she is just today. But again, her understanding, her biggest issue was with food. If she ate, she went all out. And then she would punish herself. So we had to take a really mild approach towards her food. But I wanted to bring her to the gym more consistently. So the nutrition was sort of like put second, but get her to engage in the gym and training properly 4 to 5 times a week. Once we started doing that, the nutrition started to become more understandable because now we're getting stronger, we're feeling better about ourselves. The food approach was becoming much better. Still eating a good variety of food, still going out, traveling, whatever, nothing was changing. But now her awareness around her lifestyle was becoming very, very good. And this is how we got her to where she is today. So it's not about just how much weight she's lost, but how her body's actually looking. And Merv, at age of 44, she is looking and feeling her best. In the past, drop weight, put on weight, drop weight, put on weight. Now she has sustained this for over a year. And she's just going to another level now. So that in a nutshell, for Merv, it was to get her to focus more on the gym, start building muscle, start getting stronger, understand the importance of the gym. And then the food was second, because if I was to just focus on food, I know she would lose interest. So her being aware of it herself made the job not so much easier, But now it just made everything more easier for herself, because now she's more engaging. She's still living the life that she wants, but she's achieving results as well. And that's why it's taken us this long, because I haven't restricted her. Along the way, we did do like 6-week like cuts and so on, where we just stuck to a meal plan for 6 weeks and then back onto the normal lifestyle. But she only did that just to try and see what it got her. And it got her amazing results. But that's not what she wants. She wants a lifestyle, and that's why we went down that path. Now, if we go over to Stav and I have been working together now for maybe 12 weeks, so from when I record this video. And I didn't know her in the past, but going off her first photo that she sent me, these ones here, I could see that Stav had lost a lot of weight, which obviously she told me herself. And she lost it through tracking her steps and tracking her food. She knows nutrition inside out. And steps, she crushes every single day, way over 10,000. And the first thing that I said to her, we need to start lifting weights, because her body was looking very soft and looked very weak. And once she understood why, she just went for it 4 to 5 times a week at the gym. She was going to the gym, but was never pushing herself. Once I showed her how strong she was, like to start, she just took it to the next level and just never looked back. She's looking more defined and more toned. You know, the loose skin under the arms, which is very common for females, it's starting to firm up. And this is only in 12 weeks. And this is going to go and reduce over time. These things don't recede just overnight. And she's understanding that, but she is loving the fact how strong she's getting. Food steps still on point. If anything, we're starting to increase her food now, because she's building more muscle and she's getting stronger. That's the thing. The stronger we become, the more our muscles need to keep getting stronger, which means I can eat more food. This is where a lot of people don't understand. So Stav, again, 12-week mark, and she's just going to another level as well. But when I make her own video, I'll explain into more detail why I did what I did and how along the way, her self-belief, her confidence, you know, her presence around the gym, now she's helping others to do the same. How just by having that first chat with her, she just took things to another level. And then obviously we've got my wife. You know, yes, I'm a coach. She's my wife. We live together. But again, you can't force or preach things onto someone that's not ready. But her life, her mental health was going, you know, downwards in a very, very rapid way, which was no good for us and the household. But when I stepped in, all I did for my wife was just structure her food. I put a meal plan together. I put it on the fridge. She followed it every single day for 12 weeks to achieve some incredible results. And she hasn't looked back, and it's been a couple of years now. But how we started was just start walking every day, just to get her out of the house, because she wouldn't leave the house unless it was shopping or something. And that's not a good thing. So I got her to start walking. She started walking every day. And then I started taking her with me to the gym. At the start, it was tough, very uncomfortable for her. But I took her a couple of times. Now she loves the gym and she loves this lifestyle. The meal plan, it's no longer on the fridge. She knows what to do, everything in moderation. She's happy where she's at. But let me tell you, for her to start and what she was going through and what I and my boys were going through because of the way she was, again, I'll explain this in depth in the video, because we underestimate the impact and the silent suffering a lot of people go through when they're unhealthy, mentally and physically. So these are the 3 ladies that I'm going to be making separate videos for. And I'm going to be making more videos, obviously, about nutrition, training, and mindset, and putting it together for you to take away and use it for yourself and achieve amazing results as well. So if there's anything else you'd like me to cover, any questions you got, please reach out, leave a comment. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. You know, put on the notification, because I will be uploading every single week. and trying to give as much value as I possibly can to everyone and hopefully change and transform your life.